on my journey, of self awareness, I started reading more of the word for myself. At some point in your life, you get to a place where you want to figure it out for yourself. I grew up, um, I grew up in a place where I grew up in a home where I had to go to church every Sunday religiously. And at that time, it was the worst. Because it's like, we got to go every Sunday for what? For make it make sense. Who wants to be here every single Sunday, bruh? Why? Now, and looking back at it, I see why I felt the way I felt. However, when I was about, I would say 10 years old, I really started getting more into the word for myself. Like, I really started listening more when the pastor was preaching, and I used to get excited about it. Like, good, I get to learn something new this time. I get to learn. So a lot of the stories that were taught and a lot of the lessons that were taught from the word of God that I learned as a child, they did stick with me. However, this story that I want to share with you guys today, this story is about Joseph. And I learned more about Joseph as a woman once I got older and got into the word for myself. But pretty much it's the holiday season, right? So I just wanted to talk about family. This is a great time to talk about family, and who better to talk to you about family than someone like me, the black sheep, the scapegoat. Who better to talk to you about family, huh? The highs and lows of family. And who better to share a great story about family that I found and it blessed me, and I just want to, share with you guys. Anyway, I'm going to read a little bit from here for reference points. Like, I don't want to, I can go on my discussion right now, and I don't want to do that because I'm the type of person, I like you to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I like you to understand how it correlates with what's going on today. I want you to follow me. So let's jump in this right quick. Anyway, this is pretty much about Joseph. And Joseph was the son of Jacob. And pretty much I'll be coming from Genesis 37 and 3, just reading a little here and there. All right, so it says, now Israel loved Joseph more than his children because he was the son of his old age. Also, he made him a tunic of many colors. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. So he said to them, please hear this dream, which I have dreamed. There we were binding sheaves in the field. Then behold, my sheaf arose and also stood upright. And indeed, your sheaves stood all around and bowed down to my sheaf. And his brothers said to him, shall you indeed reign over us, or shall we indeed have dominion over us? So they hated him even more for his dream and for his words. Then he dreamed still another dream and told it to his brothers and said, look, I have dreamed another dream. And this time the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowed down to me. So he told it to his father and his brothers. This is Joseph. He telling his father and his brothers this dream. And his father rebuked him and said to him, what is this dream that you have dreamed? Shall your mother and I and your brothers indeed come to bow down to the earth before you? and his brothers envied him, but his father kept this matter in mind. I'm gonna just stop right here for 1 second. As we can already see, it's brothers it's brothers in this family. It's a mother, it's a father, and these brothers are already jealous of Joseph because of a tunic, a colorful tunic that he put together, and he having dreams now. And they don't like that. They don't like the outcome. They don't like how Joseph is translating the dream to them, interpreting the dream to them so they can understand, like, look, this is how the dream is going. I had a dream. I'm up. You guys are bowing down to me. And they like, what? And then the next dream he has, the whole family is bowing down to him. So he like, hold on now. I'm having these dreams, and he don't mean any harm. It's just dreams, as far as he knows. So one day, Joseph is talking to his father, Jacob, and he goes by Israel as well. I don't want to confuse anyone. But one day, Joseph is talking to his father, and his father sends him to go to find his brothers. He sends him to go help his brothers. That's what he did. So Joseph goes looking for his brothers. And he came across a man that said, they have departed from here, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. So Joseph went after his brothers and found them in Dothan. Now, when they saw him afar off, even before he came near them, they conspired against him to kill him. So now let's stay right there. Now y'all see. They conspiring. Why would your brothers conspire to kill you? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? But we know why. Jealousy. Jealous of the tunic and jealous of the dreams. Jealousy. We see why. Then they said to one another, this dreamer is coming. Ain't that how people do? They give you nicknames when they hate things about you. Oh, don't get too many answers right in class. Don't help too many people in your family. Now, you're the helper or you're the brainiac person. They always got to give you a nickname around the thing that they hate about you. That's just how people are. But anyway. They said the dreamer is coming. Come, therefore, let us now kill him and cast him into some pit. Now, these are the brothers saying, let's kill him. Let's kill our own brother and put him in a pit. Family. And we shall say, some wild beast has devoured him. We shall see what will become of his dreams. What I just say. Jealous of the tunic and jealous of the dreams. Then saying he come the dreamer, and now I want to kill you. These brothers want to kill him because of his dreams. Wow. But Reuben heard it. This is one of their brothers. And he delivered him out of their hands and said, let us not kill him. And Reuben said to them, shed no blood, but cast him into the pit, which is in the wilderness, and do not lay a hand on him, that he might deliver him out of their hands and bring him back to his father. So Reuben had a plan. He figured, let me tell them, put him in a pit since they want to kill him. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go ahead and double back, and I'm going to get him out the pit. So it came to pass when Joseph had came to his brothers that they stripped Joseph of his tunic, the tunic of many colors, and that was on him. Yeah, the tunic of many colors that was on him. Then they took him and cast him into a pit, and in the pit it was empty. There was no water in it. Like I just explained to you guys. These brothers are jealous of the tunic, and they're jealous of the dreams. That's just what it is. That jealousy, that envy is to the bone. That envy is so deep in people, they will plot to kill you. Your own family will plot to kill you. And people that's been in this situation know exactly what I'm saying. If you have not been in this situation where you felt like your own family would kill you, if they thought they could get away with it, or you feel that energy around you, look up and tell the Lord, thank you. You don't ever want to feel that feeling that you get from your own family, like they don't care if you living or they want you dead. Jealousy, envy is to the bone. Let me get back to it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Judah, this is a brother, said, what profit is there if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brothers listen. Okay, so another brother had another idea. Say, look, instead of us kill him, let's go ahead and sell him. Ain't that how people do? These are people before us. People always like to try to debate the word of God. You cannot debate history. No, these are people before us. See how they do? You know these people were before us because look, people today doing the same thing. There is nothing new under the sun. They're doing the same exact thing. Plotting to kill you, setting you up. That's what people doing. Then the Midianite traders passed by, so the brothers pulled Joseph up and lifted him out of the pit and sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 shekels of silver, and they took Joseph to Egypt. Then Reuben returned to the pit, and indeed Joseph was not in the pit, and he tore his clothes. So they took Joseph's tunic, killed a kid of the goats, and dipped the tunic in blood. See how people do? Not only plot to kill you and set you up and rob you, strip you of your clothes, but they also got to set up the scene now. So let's set the crime scene up. Today, y'all call it crime scenes. Back then, they already knew. They putting the story together. It don't change. It don't change. They putting the visual story together now. Then they sent the tunic of many colors, and they brought it to their father and said, we found this. Do you know whether it is your son's tunic or not? See how they do? You see how people do? Set you up. Now I got to go and convince somebody or the people that love you that you're dead. But let me put it in today's term. Now I got to go and convince the people that like you and love you that you're no good. See, what people do today is definitely what they did back then. They'll set you up any way that they can because that envy is to the bones. It rots the bones. I ain't say that. It's in here. And he recognized it. So Jacob recognized it. He recognized his son's tunic and said, it is my son's tunic. A wild beast has devoured him. Without doubt, Joseph is torn to pieces. Then Jacob tore his clothes, put sackcloth on his waist, and mourned for his son many days. So now Pops, Joseph's father, he crying like any parent would. He's distraught. He's hurt. The brothers sold Joseph into Egypt. And Egypt is the place of bondage. A place of bondage. I say, wow. Because they couldn't put him in bondage in his homeland. They sold him off into slavery. The Lord was with Joseph, and he was a successful man. I could say a lot about that. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. So Joseph found favor in his sight and served him. Then he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put under his authority. So it was from the time that he had made him overseer of his house and all that he had that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was on all that he had in the house and in the field. I don't believe in, it's going to ruffle some feathers, but I don't believe in government justice. I really don't. I don't believe that people get their just due out here. What I do believe in is judgment from God. But I don't believe in the justice systems that are in place by man. I don't. And I say this because I've watched so many people get off the hook on a personal level and just on a whatever level. I've seen it. They get off the hook. But God, none of us can get off the hook with God. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You're not getting off the hook. Anywho, see what they did? They sold their brother into slavery, thinking that they was going to one up their brother. They dogged their brother out. That's what they did. And how it correlates with us today, look around us. Isn't family doing the same thing? The black sheep, the scapegoat. That's what they do to us. They make you out to be something you're not. They get mad about all the qualities that you have because they don't have. And they spread lies about you. That's what they do. And what they do is plant seeds in other people's lives to deter you. But I come today as a living witness and as a friend to let you guys know, oh, that time coming. And go ahead into that place of bondage. Yeah. Let them think you're bound up. Let them think you're so hurt and tore up over it. That's right. Go with the plan because God got a bigger plan. He got a bigger plan. This man, Joseph, was in Egypt living his best life. And I want you, if you got time, I want you to go in this and read it for yourself. I believe the story takes place from Genesis chapter 37 to Genesis chapter 50. Please go and read it for yourself. You're going to learn so much because Joseph went through much more. However, I wanted to point out this topic right here to you guys, which is family. Nasty family. Do not allow the holidays to put you in a place where you're so stuck on being around your nasty, envious, disrespectful, degrading, unloving, unkind family. Don't do that. We have wicked people out here around us, just like back then. They had wicked people around them. But look at what God did with Joseph. He was with him all the way. And that's what I want to share with you guys. No matter how nasty your family is and how fake and phony, I would know. Fake and phony. Like I told you guys in one of my previous episodes. 7 in the household. 5 kids, 1 within the 5. I'm the oldest. I would know. Fake and phony family. All the beating, the lies, and the disrespect, I got 95% of it because I didn't have a mother or a father to defend or protect me. No, I didn't. So I stand here today to let you guys know that God is always with you, black sheep. God is always with you, scapegoat. Stay genuine. Keep pushing and keep fighting for what you want out of life. But don't sweat that family. Be like Joseph and go where they want you to go. Because if you get more into this story, you're going to see that Joseph family has to come back to him. And I said, wow. Wow. But I wanted to share with you guys at least that part where he's in Egypt now and he living good. He good. God blessed him. God blessed Egypt. God blessed the king of Egypt at that time. Joseph was straight. He was good. And he was safe. People could put their mouth on you. They could use whatever little tools or instruments or devices they have to slow you up. But what they can't do is shift the hand of God that's on your life. Do not get discouraged during the season where people are going to be around their families and friends. Do not get discouraged because it's just a holiday. Every day is a day of celebration. You don't have to wait for holidays or your birthday to truly celebrate who you are and where you're going in life. Do not limit yourself to birthdays and holidays. Celebrate every day because from the day that you are born, you are living to die. That's why we must celebrate every day and shake the dust off our feet. Shake the dust off our feet when it comes to the envious, jealous, negative, nasty family. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in with your girl, Bossilini Neat, here at Ambitious Hustlers Podcast.